No super fan, man. But I think a OnlyFans channel, man, I run. Can't tell about no super fan. I want a super fan for me. But I want a super fan and an OnlyFans channel, man, I run. Yeah, man, I have artist show up on TikTok right now. We land for my desk. And for the land for my desk, you know, so we have to get it off of my chest. Because when I go sit down and make it turn all stop on my chest. And we have the artist show up on TikTok and the name from the land for my desk. And this one is brought to you by Top Farm Wear. So remember, check out www.topfarmwear.com. Yes, man, we are going to talk till thy kingdom come. We know nothing now going to change in the hungry. Hey, Kerry! Kerry! Every time I Kerry set our notification. Hey, Kerry, what you love me? Kerry, you love me? Every time I come live, I say, Kerry. Kerry, warm. You like I set a notification. Listen, me not Kerry, you know you're real labor, right? Big up. Andrew Holness, I say more if you bring down Jamaica murder rate to Hong Kong. You understand me? And of course, murder rate must come down. The murder rate must come down. And give the Prime Minister credit. Let me say this up. Let me say this with my chest out. Big up the Prime Minister. Big up the Prime Minister. Come, Kerry. Come in on my box. Kerry, warm.
You must come on the labor side, you know. The PMP style don't fit you.
No, Kerry, no, man. You know, see, me, I'll tell you this shit, man. I just Jamaica, you know. Because we want better Jamaica. You want a better Jamaica as a businesswoman. Allow me to tell. Right?
Yeah, and this is the best of it, especially with crime going down.
Of course, because I see the crime will come down. And the crime rate of Jamaica was not sustainable. Jamaica did that. Me tell us that Jamaica was going to become like Honduras. And we never want that. You understand me, Kerry? Yeah? So, we always commend the Prime Minister. And you know, say one of my best performing video on this platform is about saying Andrew Holness have to build a Jamaica with the people them. They want a better Jamaica. Do you understand where I come from, Kerry? Yeah? But you see, accountability is important.
You know, mine in a today, yeah, big up Andrew tomorrow. Me here, yeah, customer.
No, I'm about customer. But that's what I tell you, say, we have to split justice. You know, make no sense me to come here. You know, make no sense me to come here and come say, crime rate no gone down at Jamaica. You know, that's disingenuous. You understand me, Kerry? Because for 10 years, all right?
I guess for me, I go set up. I go set up for Andrew to get one of your shirt them.
No, man. I know Kerry, this is bigger than. No, man, this is bigger than me, man. Because, no, if you notice, enough time I promote my brand, okay? You know, so I don't promote my brand. You understand me? Right? Because you see my vision for Jamaica, Kerry. You see my vision for Jamaica? Yeah? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's a place where black people have a sense of belonging and a thrive. You understand me, Kerry? All
right, guess what? I bet you by 2030, you're going to see a big difference.
Yeah, but then again, no, Kerry, we know that we hope for that, but we don't want Jamaica, a better Jamaica built at the expense of only the disenfranchised get to youth. We want the people, we want the people, we want a better Jamaica. We're willing to abide by the reasonable law. We're willing to live within the confines of the law. We're willing to contribute to the building of Jamaica of a fair shake. You understand where I come from?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I now go come here and disrespect Andrew. And I want the people to know say it's okay to ask question. What's not okay? If you disrespect the Prime Minister. That's not okay.
Listen, it's okay to ask questions. Of course it's okay to ask questions. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, and I give him credit the other day when he come out and categorically stated that he paid for him one trip to go to the World Cup and he attend the World Cup as a guest of FIFA. And that must be commendable. Do you understand where I come from? That must be commendable. That shows that him value transparency and him understands that him work for the people. Because if he was a dictator, if he was not somebody who want to answer to the Jamaican people, he never had to come out and say anything. Allow me to tell?
That's true.
Right. So that's why we want to find reasonable people. And as a taxpayer of Jamaica, Kerry, you want to know see your tax dollars is going to the right thing. Allow me to tell, Kerry?
True. But then guess what? You see, by 2030, people's going to be shocked. Because there's a lot of things right now on the table.
Yeah.
And you're the one come back home. Watch it.
Okay, because me a piece of land of Jamaica and I don't want nothing foreign, you know. I don't love foreign, you know. You know, some of that England, when I live for 20 years, and I qualify for my British passport, and I don't have a British passport. You don't know that?
I saw you attack, and then tomorrow when I come in on your live, you're on top of your voice. I cuss out everybody.
No, Kerry, because we want to fear Jamaica. We just feel like Jamaica are the only place left for black people. We don't like sufferation, we don't like injustice, and we don't like our people.
You know persons can comment, right?
You
know persons can write comment.
I know that, but that is why I'm not try to have illiterate conversation. Me not go get it all right, Kerry. All right, it's just
you hear what I say? Hold on, you hear what I say? They can't comment.
They can't comment. Why not?
No, because you have it on Superfan. See, nobody can write comment.
But sometimes some of them now write nothing constructive, so it better than that. Come like talk to you still, you know. Because you say you're labor right and I feel like you have a right to say you're a businesswoman and you understand the betterment of having a good government. Do you understand where I come from, Kerry? And you not really come from, and 9 out of 10 times, you will bring something constructive to the table. But some of them people that want to contribute, them not bring no reasonable discussion. Them just want to threaten and disrespect. And we can't get nowhere with that kind of mindset there. Right? You know, make you less patriotic to ask questions of your government. Because if you are run a business in your country, the government where they run the country is important. That decide whether your business strive or fail. Allow me to tell Kerry.
True, but listen, need to you're not gonna get any taps if persons can't come in. So it's best you restart.
We don't know when just press, but the catch will just come to talk to.
If you're not getting any taps, TikTok is gonna kick you off. So it's best you restart.
Oh.
Yeah, restart it. You see your taps at 0?
The taps are 0. Oh, so super.
So restart it where they can comment. Nobody can comment. See?
I don't know that, Kerry. I don't know if you use super
restart. End it and restart.
All right. So close out the live. What you recommend? Close out the live. I never close. Kerry, if you close out the live, but wait, let me don't know if you do that. On the top of the screen, like, share, and subscribe on the top of the screen. We haven't figured that. Go back. I'll figure that. Everyone, also allow guest requests. Allow followers. It has sent me for auto. I not stay long tonight because my vocals tired. So even if I don't get a big crowd, because sometimes you get a big crowd, it kind of, you understand me? And a while ago, I talk to a labor right and Kerry. Much respect. Sometimes she me burn the fire. But what I kind of understand, sometimes Kerry, even if she watch from the outside, because I now really come over here as a labor right or as a PNP. I kind of come over here with somebody who really want black people to enjoy Jamaica. I don't really come over here for self-clothing or come over here for my own personal gain or interest. Because we understand we live in our country, but we are the minority. And we understand the importance of living and living well and living good in your country. So I go and come over here and try to be as fair as possible. Now, who claims that they attack me and disrespect me, them not attack and disrespect because I not come in no hidden agenda. I not come to tell you, say, be ashamed to vote for Andrew Holness. If you vote for him 1, 2, 3 times and give him a 3rd term and you feel like your country now going, you have 1 vote, you have 1 voice. Just understand the responsibility. Me now come here so if you look nobody and tell us say go over PNP. Because if one thing we learn from the PNP voice note, I just say dirty politics. A whole heap of things have become more apparent nowadays. And we can't stop saying the old slave master mill grinding slow but grinding still. And we are talking about a new generation of Jamaica. We can't allow to sit down and watch Jamaicans become the minority in a them country. We don't want that for Jamaica. And we have to be a voice of reasoning. If the PNP, remember me come tell us the PNP campaign for a school bus, you know. Remember me come tell us say a long time poor people no get nothing out of the system, you know. I think the PNP should have probably forfeit the last World Cup. Not the last World Cup, the last election. And say, you know what, make we give Andrew a next couple of years and see what I'm do. Because when the PNP are campaign for school bus, that I tell you, say them not really have no real pressing issue for campaign pan. That me do a live pan that already and tell you, say, that no make no sense. You can't come here, come see a governmental look and want help the young generation to get to school and get back from school in a relative safety. And you out there campaign. Me say it don't make no sense. So we never going to come over here and say PNP are this and Labour right. No. Want somebody have to stand up in a midlight town square and be a voice of reasoning. And it's not because if Andrew Holness fail, Jamaica fail. And the truth that. Him in a power for the next 4 years. And if him fail, Jamaica fail. Jamaica have a long road ahead of it. And we can't stop saying we can't want build Jamaica on the back of just poor people, which part crime a come down. And only that we are look upon. Alright, but Jamaica is more than crime. Let's look upon the social mobility program. Let's look upon the programs that the government have put in place. Let's see if the government a fight for every young man. Like how a gang leader a fight for them. Let's make sure that the government put an after school program. Let's make sure that the government serious about education. So we can't sit down and say because we don't want when 10 years from now we looking at Jamaica and we realize we're complicit in our own captive. Because when you look right across the Caribbean, right across the Caribbean, at Jamaica, the last little bit of hope where the people them. And when we look at Jamaica, when we look at Jamaica, Jamaica have a large community of foreign national, Not true, them not too integrated in a Jamaican society. So look that way there. But Jamaica have a large Indian community. Jamaica have a large Pakistani community. Jamaica have a large Chinese community. Jamaica have we have to wake up. So we can't sit down and reach a point when, like a Guyana, or some of them other island there, which part the face of the country change. And from the face of the country change, the way how them deal with. I remember, man, when people capture you, them not treat you good, Look on the Native American, them, man. Look on the Native American. America capture America from the Native American. And who them not eradicate, them marginalize. So I don't come over here if you come tell nobody say PNP are the answer, Labour. The answer lie with you. The future for Jamaica lie with the Jamaicans and become political literate. That is where the answer lie. The answer no lie. Them tell you say nobody parts nothing hang out of the car. One of the law on the book, $5,000 if any part of your body are protrude out of your car. And come election time, you dip on bus stop, your foot out of bus window, and them not trouble you. Become politically literate. So you can understand, say, my vote dictate and decide how my life turn out. Your vote are not something to be play with. The political process and no entertainment. The political process have to sit down. If you have 3 pitney in your house, if you book a nice woman or a nice man, and you decide to start a family. The political process are not about dub plate. The political process are not about dub. The political process have to sit down and listen. What's the education plan? What you have in place for education? Or you go and make sure say my pitney not end up as a criminal or end up lasting at the system. That's what we there to tell you about. And we know say greater than we probably come before and fail upon the mission. So I can't come go on like what me I say is new to black people. What me I say no new to Jamaican. But maybe we can say it in a different way. Yeah, me not gonna come tell you say crime no fall at Jamaica. Me not gonna come tell you say we're proud that because gunman did a terrorize Jamaican. We not tell you say every Jamaican can be proud of the work with Andrew Holness done with the crime. Because at the end of the day, if you're going, like me I talked to one of my brother last night, I tell him say the buck stop with Andrew Holness. Him can't only want to take credit for the good. Him have to take credit for the corruption. And him have to root out the corruption. Just like I'm happy if you stand on a platform and quote the figures from a positive point of view and said, all right, we are work on crime and crime. You have to listen to the Integrity Commission. You have to listen to the Auditor General. Because him have the makings to be one of Jamaica's greatest Prime Minister. But you can't come go on like say, we are going to use heavy-handed tactics pan poor people and only crime are the problem. No! Because if you manage the people finances properly, if you balance the budget properly, then you can reduce some of the tax burden. You can reduce. And even when you make your laws, them enough to look like I just get money. Because even right now, the current conversation at Jamaica in terms of the Road Traffic Act, it look like just a money grabbing thing. It just look like because the fines them are some astronomical fines. And it look like quarter out there for meet. So police, me sure police give one brother one ticket. Me do one live today. And say right now the police them are both the innocent and the guilty are feel the full force of the law. And by the time me come off, me see a coaster bus, a star of people who come from work. Right? And a staff bus. The man print out one long old receipt a ticket give the man, sir. And don't come tell me say every infringement you have to write a ticket for police. I don't want nobody come tell me say every infringement. And every infringement police officer. Me say I tell them me do the live, you know. It's my second live. I tell them me do me live. I say both the innocent and the guilty I feel the full force of the law. And by the time I come off of the live and go up on Facebook, me see one coaster bus driver. And I see him, so me say, people at Jamaica don't know where the law stop and where the law start. Because one man cuss one bad word, and the police say, he will lock up the whole bus. Because the man never say, everybody on the bus cuss bad word. Don't get me wrong, you live a foreign. You tell me say you can't cuss a bad word in front of the police. You can tell me say me live a foreign and me say, but me not say what go, me not say go on a foreign, you have to go on a Jamaica. But nobody can go on like a man can't cuss a one bad word. Now, if you have become a nuisance and you have become violent and threatening and abusive towards the police officer, when you tell me some police officer tap you, you can't say what the bumbuckler this one. And then some reach at Jamaica. You tell me say a police tap you and you're frustrated, you can't say for fuck, man. So we have to wake up. And enough people that are foreign. If a police tap you, you can't say for fuck's sake, what the bumbuckler this man. As long as you not become violent and threatening and you not become overly abusive, you not go to prison. I see the police officer, yo, me lock up the whole bus. I'm a matter of fact, I don't know how the video end because the man a call for backup. And the police write one ticket. The police write one receipt book. So we have to look on the effects what corruption have on day-to-day life. Now, if everybody pay them tax, and the government balance the books, the government can look on people where make less. The government probably can look on minimum wage workers and say, you want to go on, we can top up you. We can put a system in place where you get a little help with your electrics, or you get a little help with your gas, or you get a little voucher for top up your shopping. But as long as the politician, I think me see one video on TikTok, on Facebook. One brother put out one labor right girl that talk about how much money one contractor want. Remember I tell them, that's why if you want to see me live, you want to see something different. You want to see something like no other program. Nobody out there now plug in on the frequency. We just pull from things when me not even know out there. Till me come off and I listen. Me dey on YouTube a while ago. I mean one voice noted on labor right MP. I talk about some money, some tax money, and how much the contractor said they want, and how much the bad man for the area want. And we can't build Jamaica like that, youth. You can't build prosperity upon sufferation and corruption. That is nothing much more than delusion. Let me say it again. You can't want build prosperity upon sufferation. That I tell me say you just delusional. Because you cannot take up taxpayer money and do the wrong thing. You cannot take up taxpayer money I don't want to get held accountable. Because that's the problem. So the money not out there for help the people them. The money not out there for help the whole lady. The money not out there. The money not out there. You some community. If a community come together and help a old woman and help a old man, hungry kill them. And Jamaica make enough tax. Every tourist that come to Jamaica have to pay a departure tax. Every tourist that come to Jamaica have to pay tax in our country. Jamaica make money, but the money can't go to the people them. So, yeah, while we can look towards a new Jamaica, while we can come over here, because me not there to make the Prime Minister look bad. Me not there to tear down the Prime Minister. Me not there to tear down Jamaica. Me not have no political aspiration. So we can stand in the middle of the town square and say, yes, crime is coming down, but corruption can't go up. We can't get comfortable with this whole idea that we are going to build a new Jamaica at the expense of only young men. Because 90% of who the police are unalive in an extrajudicial killing are young black men. So we have to sit down and say, yeah, what go on now? If crime will come down, focus on corruption too. Because where the taxpayer money go it is of importance. Where the taxpayer money go, it is of the uttermost importance. Because if the MP them are kickback and the MP them are golden handshake and MP them are drink champagne and yam lobster, education system are going to suffer. So when a youth go to school, get rid of CXC, find a new way to make sure say, you know, if you have far out the whole heap of thousands of dollars. Get rid of some of the barriers to entry to make sure say when a youth end up in a crime, him genuinely make that decision there. You're not supposed to left school with some basic qualification where it no cost you nothing. Now a long time I left Jamaica, I don't know if anything changed to a regard there, because I know say you have common entrance and them have what them call like some new system. But I know say there comes a time now you have to go in your pocket to pay for CXC. I know say if you owe the school no money, you can't even graduate. You know for your fact say every year come graduation 100,000, 200,000 and then bag of money there. We know say if you go back to school September morning, you want to go find $100,000 book list along with school fee, along with a whole lanka list or something so. So if you know I go build Jamaica, make you pay attention to where the taxpayer money are going up. So when when things become more easily and affordable, if you truly end up in a crime, I truly you want to go in a crime. But nobody come here and go on like you can trick me. And I want accountability. Accountability is important. Accountability from the citizens is important. But you see, even more important are the people them in a power. Because what the people in a power does affect the citizens of the country. Seriously. So, while the Prime Minister wants to point to the reduction of crime, then nothing wrong if you as a citizen I go point to the increase in corruption. Yeah, because as I go, one hand can't clap. So if you want poor people to put on the gun and find a new path and live a different life, what about you hold yourself to the same standard and give you some credit? Our crime was out of control. But at some point, that's not going to be enough to say that your government was successful or not successful. You don't have no hidden agenda. So for those who are see me, and that will come on the platform, and we not come here so for disrespect the Prime Minister and talk about him private life. You never hear me come here and talk about him private life. You never. I don't know his private life. And when me talk about the Prime Minister, some people say, no, because him is the leader of Jamaica. I will only talk about the Prime Minister respectfully in regards to the country. As a matter of fact, I don't even talk about the opposition leader. And when you go upon nationwide is more concerned. What do I say talk? One girl, my friend said me have the thing set for super fan. You understand me? And if you're not a super fan, one of the support tab for. I notice a thing where nationwide is more concerned about the opposition leader rather than the people in power. The opposition leader not no power, you know. The opposition leader are trying to create the illusion that they are a government in waiting. And the PNP have a long way to go. The PNP themselves have got your identity crisis. The PNP don't know what they stand for. The PNP don't know what they should get behind. But you have to be political savvy enough to look on the PNP and say the PNP is going through a identity crisis. 1 and 2 people is coming to the front. I think Dayton Campbell, I saw him sitting down in his chair in a committee that's doing an investigation. So I need to do a retraction or a correction because I said it was Kingston Public Hospital when it's actually the University of West Indies. I don't know if it's the same hospital or different hospital. But I think even somebody like Dayton Campbell, if you just take a step back from the hungriness and just focus on matters with concern in Jamaica. And I see Dayton Campbell sitting down and asking questions eloquently, educatedly. And that's what PNP need right now. Nikisha Bart, what the girl name? Nikisha Birchall. She's of a different kind of politics where she understands the importance of social media and she understands like she needs to keep the attention and the focus where it needs to be. But I like what I'm seeing from, and we're not talking about from a corruption point of view, but I think Jamaica is actually lucky because if we live in Russia, you have to just go by what Vladimir Putin said. And you live in Turkey, you have to go by. So the fact that Jamaica have a opposition party. But what I don't like to see in the current Jamaican media is people and persons acting as if some of the rules and laws that Jamaican people has a problem with, they are actually carrying out PNP work. No, we have to focus on the current party and the current administration, which is the Jamaica Labour Party. So every time I see nationwide, I see Cliff Hughes, he's always talking about PNP. 90% of the time, I see Cliff Hughes. And I'm saying to myself, you want me to take you serious as a journalist, and you're more focused on the opposition party. So these are the conversations we come have. We not come tell nobody say, like I think me tell Marvin him popping on my live one day. Cause me saying did that cost me one time. Somebody tell me. Apparently enough people are cost me, you know. Apparently somebody tell me say enough people are use my video and some of them are cost me. Because I'm not a vlogger, you know. I am truly not a vlogger. I have no interest in being a vlogger. I really just have a couple of pages. And I've not been on my other page for a while because sometimes you have to just go where God say you have to go. But on my other page, we do educational speaking. I will speak over there from as a father, as a husband, as a black man who wake up to some realization. So we try for the past 4 years, we used to depend on that platform and we do educational speaking. Because the Bible says my people get destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So we learn some tricks and trade and try to tell black man say some of what them give us as validation as black man and them are destruction. So a lot of what black men use to validate our existence, we can't become nothing with that. The spiritual, the moral, the economical, the sexual promiscuity. You know, as being a man say, man, if you have enough girl and you have to go, they go get 10 pitney and 20 pitney and 30 different baby mother and that. No, not so the thing work. They manipulate you. A lot of us black men, we live for the validation of the streets. We don't understand why we're there. We don't understand why we life so empty. We don't understand why we not accomplish, why we not achieve. Because guess what? Them trick with them manipulate we. And who them not turning a drunkard and sluggard, them turning a criminal and violent producers. So for the past 4 years, so when you see me come on a platform, I show the creators say, all right, as some social commentary, me want you go work on. I don't come for myself. And it's important we come and talk social commentary because you are going now, you know, it's not where the house is built, but it's how it's built. Say it again, it's not so much as to where the house is built, but it's how it's built. So we are show up and I tell the Jamaican brothers and sisters, say, pay attention. Stop make politicians manipulate you. Because everybody where you vote for, them have a role, them have a responsibility. And once them come get your vote, them gone in the House of Parliament. Gone pass laws, gone make rules, gone sit down and live good at your vote. And then come back every 3.5 years. Because Jamaica have a 4-year cycle. So you have to understand, say, listen what I go on now. Me vote and no joke thing. Me vote and no entertainment. Nobody come with no dub plate. Come tell me what you do to end the fuel poverty. Me make $64,000 a month. JPS a can take away 34 or 35,000. Me can't save, me can't pay rent, me can't buy food. That if you listen to. Who are the Ministry of Energy? Who are the Ministry of Finance? A lot of people realize that Darrell Vaz. I am a Ministry of Transport and the next bag of things. So, me see a policeman write a whole long book of ticket. I come from work. You look like the brother drive a coaster. And it's so funny. It's so funny because they charge the man for say the bus not have enough seatbelt. Remember, you know, the man not build the bus, you know, the man buy the bus. So the government have to have a standard. Or if them are gonna be so about seatbelt at Jamaica, the government have to make sure say the vehicle we are coming in our country and meet the requirements. Because you can't come charge somebody for seatbelt when you're in a vehicle. I wonder if you know Jamaica don't want to replace still though. But you know, if you wake up, you come like me see one video on YouTube where the police down at Savard, somewhere down the parish, so them seize 2,000 bikes. Them seize about 2,000 bikes. And remember, I think if you have one 200,000, you can't buy one of the little young bikes. Because the government allow the bikes to come in our country. No, so the bikes them get used to commit crime. No, so the bikes them is a nuisance. But them now stop the supply or the importation of the bikes them. So now wait till I get a youth go buy the bike. Then take the bike from the little poor man. We can't get comfortable with that. You can't know say the bike not up to specific. You have to make sure say if the bike is a nuisance to Jamaica and Jamaica traffic, then stop the bike them from coming to island. Stop the importation of the bike. But it make no sense when I get to youth saving 200,000 and go buy the bike. You take with the bike and go throw the bike at a scrapyard. It don't make no sense you pull over a coaster and say the coaster not have enough seatbelt. No, say the driver for the bus never cut out the seatbelt. That's a government problem. That's not a regular man problem. Because the government have to say, all right, every vehicle we are coming to the island have to meet this specifics. So if you are going to charge man for seatbelt, make sure say, if you are going to buy a minibus or you are going to buy a coaster, make sure say it come from, make sure say when the bus come from the supplier, the bus come with the adequate and the right amount of seatbelt. You can't come tell a man say, the bus don't have enough seatbelt. I know say, the man never cut out the seatbelt. And that's how the thing work, man. Can't trick people. So yes, crime a go down at Jamaica. Yes, them have big plans in Jamaica. Yes, them have all manner of evil. We have to wake up. Can't make them there's nothing worse than when you're frustrated in your own country. Nothing, and when you're frustrated, you can't show your frustration because your frustration are going to land you in a jail. You're not free. That's not a free country. Because if you interact with a police officer and you frustrate, you say, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? How the bum buckle like this? Yeah, that different from you. Say, officer, go suck your mama. I'm going to lick you down, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. No, you're frustrated. Nobody now say you have to tell a police a whole long bag of bad word and act out of character. At that point, the police can charge you for violent and aggressive. But I'm going to come tell a man, say, you pull him over and him have a little bit of frustration and he can't say bum buckle. You're a big man. Then put last on the book for control, you know. A matter of fact, everything or anything now can land you at jail at Jamaica. Everything or anything. Everything and anything. And that, and that's not scaremongering. This is not scaremonger. And this is not propaganda. But it seems to be a case of, because when a police stop you, it look like the police them. Because we think say, we never know as Jamaica police them educated. Them know everything we can get a ticket for. See the police give the man one long book a ticket, one long old receipt. You know, it remind me of when Drew Carey, in the mass, when Drew Carey, I got a print out and just a wheel off receipt. I first miss it from me born. I first miss it from me born. Yeah, man, so Jamaica more than crime. Yeah, crime must come down, but corruption, injustice cannot be going up. I don't want nobody come here, come go on like say, because a lot of people convince themselves say, are the people are the problem. You have some Jamaicans that hope to work with Andrew Holness. Because more and more people are come out and say, you know, say me sorry, me vote for Andrew Holness. And that's why, so we can't come here, come go on like say, you have some people out there are looking at them country. Because you have the silent voters, you know. You have some silent voters out there where them do vote. Them do participate in the political arena. And them are looking at a country and them are say, boy, me not recognize a Jamaica here. Not because them want a lawless Jamaica. Not because them want a Jamaica which part every and anything go. But them still want a Jamaica which part discretionary matter. Them want a Jamaica. Them don't want a Jamaica which part a single mother feels so broken and frustrated that she then contemplate suicide. Because the system a beat her, life a beat her, and there's not even a little leeway. So that's how we do on this platform. So if you do anybody who want to feel say we are vlogger and we just a come for cuss Andrew Holness. No, because me can't give him credit. Me can't give him credit where credit due. Because me have no personal agenda. But we now go stop set. Just like how me do me think Kingston, come me come and say something about Kingston Public Hospital when it's a university of West Indies. Corruption up there. Taxpayer money are go missing. I will not have the Prime Minister come out and condemn. I've yet to hear the Prime Minister come out and condemn corruption. And that's the truth. And if you watch me live, somebody say me need to fix it because I have a setup where I'm just super fun. But sometimes too much people that talk. I am waiting to see a video where the Prime Minister come out and categorically condemn corruption. There's no room for corruption in my administration. It take a lot. It would not take nothing from Andrew Holness to come out and remind people say corruption now no place in my administration. Just like when come out and say, gunman, put on the gun and meet your maker. Simply no. Him silence is complicit. Because we understand say, in the like gunman, in the like violent producers, and as a father, in the like children abuse. Because him speak for all of them the issues there. But I'm yet to hear him come out and say, I don't want no corruption in my administration. That's why we're there. So I hear them say the University of West Indies, crazy corruption are go on. Crazy breach of procurement. Crazy breaches. So the country can't get better. So we are going to shoot away out of it. Shoot away out of corruption. Because when you're sick, University of West Indies are one of them. Hospital. Think of the university. Because I still a try phantom me out. Because I know Kingston Public Hospital, since Jamaica have two major hospitals, Kings and University Hospital, but it depends on Dean Jackson. I don't want to give nobody information. So now if you don't want to know more about what I talk about, go on Dean Jackson channel on YouTube and listen to the video. Crazy amount of corruption. That's why poor people, them have to live in a poor people pocket. There's never a time when them not have to live. Because guess what? Money are go missing over there, so. Money are go missing there, so. And them have to come back. And Jamaica is only 2.5 million. Jamaica not even 3 million people. So you can't constantly rob up people tax. It's not sustainable. So when me come, I know because me not like a better Jamaica or more. No. We want a more fair Jamaica. A more just Jamaica. A Jamaica which part every sensible citizen can say, for you mix up in a crime, and you want to put on the gun, then you make a decision. But we not come here to come silence and can't push out corruption. We not come, we don't want in Jamaica which part and only poor people to do for them part. No. Can't only poor people to do for them part. Politicians to do for them part. And if you're not honest, come out of government. If you can't manage taxpayer money and pave the way for a better Jamaica, then come out of government. Come out of government. And nobody there have to say scamming is acceptable because scamming affect everybody. Never understand someone who come tell you say for scam. Because if you work hard foreign and Jamaica get tarnished with a brush of criminal enterprise and organized gang, you can't move your money, go buy your house at Jamaica. You can't send money you give your family without a figure Western Union with 10 ID and proof of income. We never go and end that scamming because we understand the knock-on effect. So when they have to come go on like Jamaica for just be one big country of criminality and tell us say, go and go support scamming and a reparation and a bag of foolishness. No. Because it affect decent citizens. It affect law-abiding citizens. The behavior of a select few want a better Jamaica, peaceful Jamaica, want a Jamaica which part, if you work hard and buy yourself a nice car, you can drive it. If you work hard and buy yourself a nice mobile phone, you can talk panny and nobody now can cut off your head to take you away. Jamaica could not continue the way how it was going. So for that, the Prime Minister and him right-hand man must be commended. But nobody can go on like if we are going to say corruption and transparency and accountability is important. And if you say the Auditor General is compromised and they are doing bias work, then bring in a new team. And if the Integrity Commission is compromised and biased, then bring in a new team. But when you look at some of these people that's working on these, they have impeccable character. And they have done a lot of great work in terms of public service to Jamaica. So don't just discredit them and get rid of them because you know like what them say, because a your team, they must speak out against. No, and that's how the thing go. That's how the thing go. So I don't come over here to defend labor right or tear down labor right or go on like Jamaica now show signs of improvement, whatever that might look like. Long time, you know, you see nobody walk in our community because the youth them go on mad with the gun. Long time, you know, see no youth that terrorize no community. That no mean crime done. But we been buying a couple, earlier on last year, people are walking in a community because some of them get the gun them from America and are not used to the gun them and walk in a community like them mad. So big up Andrew Holness. Jamaica need a leader. We are going to take the fight to them, and for that, we have to commend him. And me see me will shake off his hand. Now because me I go say how or why him attend the World Cup, that don't make me hate him. That does show you say we are watching. But we can come over here and say, cause the man when gone mad with the gun and walk in our community, shoot up everything. Because, oh God, I get an illegal gun from America and I'm going to go into a community and I'm going to kill them, Anjo. Kill them. Well done. And let me see me buy you a beer. Yeah. You can't come here so come go on like right or wrong or wrong. And like me I tell direct bro. Can't come here come say and the little so-called era than them. We are sent for people data. Or a put gun in a young youth hand. Kill them. We are extort a little shop. We are extort a little bar. You can't in your community and an extort a shop. And every shopkeeper know the secret of everybody. Because we don't know uptown shopkeeper in our ghetto. Every shopkeeper know when you have no money. Every shopkeeper know when you have money. Every shopkeeper, every good shopkeeper, the heartbeat of the community. Whether they like it or not. Whether you go, if I the Jamaica where me come from. No shopkeeper now make you go hungry. That's why so much shop That's why shopkeeper fail in Jamaica all the while. That's why when they open a shop at Jamaica, you better call it a charity. Tell you this, man, nobody fool you. If you open a shop at Jamaica and it lasts long, you're not good. You know, I'm not loving you. When you open a shop in your community, you better put charity shop on that backside. If I like, me can't, me Jamaica, me growing up. If you open a shop in a Jamaica and it lasts for more than a year, you're not good. You're not trust. You're not good. But every good shopkeeper, technically, they are an unregistered charity. Because every hungry person that the Jamaica me come from, you know. Me not talk about the new Jamaica, you know. Where some of them try to come on TikTok and beg rather than, you understand me? Because if someone will go link on the shopkeeper and say, just me 1 pound of flour, 1 tin mackerel, and I have the shame when I go walk and look at day's work and come back and pay on the bill. But when you come sit down over here, so no one try to say, all right, and when you're not done, you not make no money, when you go tear down the shop at night time, or you go cover up on the face and go stick up on the shopkeeper. So me not talk about uno, but the Jamaica where me come from, the shopkeeper where we know, them a charity worker. They might not be registered, but technically, them a charity worker because you are going. Everybody we hungry in our community, I go to them and say, trust me 1 pound of flour and trust me a tin mackerel. Me can't say a lie, me I tell. The kids 7 watch for life for 100 celebrate. Big up all our watch along. Cause TikTok some of you celebrate, you know. So big up, come here appreciate, you know. I hope you know find value in our content. You understand me? Cause that we come find out. That we come for. Because we do a live already today, and as soon as we come off, 90% of what me talk about, we see it as we come off. So we are one of them youth, you know. We don't really come because we want to waste nobody time now. We want some taps and roses. You understand me? Telling you all the while. Shameless plug on my clothing brand this. So if you really want to support and you love the work I do, you can go over my website and www.tapfarmway.com because I don't have a TikTok shop. My stuff is not on TikTok. But for the past 4 years now, I come 5 years, we build a clothing brand and that we support and that we push. But when we come, we don't really come for push now promote that. We just come for wake up my people them and try to educate and empower. Learn from you, you learn from me. So if me I say something and you want to contribute, feel free as long as you know. Because you have some people and it's a type for the elite. So don't distract me. But me try if you reach 1 and 2 people and see if we can empower people them. You understand? Because unless we do that, everything is just in vain. Right? Nowadays we live in a day and age. Education, understanding the mind, especially psychological education. Because we live in a day and age of the psychological warfare, you know. Every day a battle for the mind. Everybody a battle for your mind. Everybody want to control your mind. Psychological warfare. So you have to study the psychology of man. That's why when me come here, so me can tell you, say a brother they name Cliff Hughes. I can't trust him, you know. A journalist are the pretense. Because I'm more angry, I'm more focused on the opposition party than the party in a power. If you're a true journalist, focus on power. No focus on owner and no power. Yes, sometimes when them are object and when them are be obstructive, you have to shine the spotlight on them. But if you want me to take you serious as a journalist, it's like you have to focus on the man with the high power rifle. You can't focus on the man with the hands up or the man with an arm. Because if you call a police in a hostage situation, you have to focus on the man with the rifle. Put on the rifle. Because him have the power. You can't focus on the man when I'm up. So when you know as Cliff Hughes from Nationwide and the whole Nationwide fraternity, a PNP they focus on. PNP not no power. Let's focus on power. Let's focus on what the government has said. Let's focus on what the government has done. Yeah, we can call out the PNP when the PNP have become obstructive, when the PNP play dirty politics. But nobody spend all day over this. Nobody spend, they play dirty politics. And I know politicians play dirty politics with ghetto people. And I know a dirty politics keep them in a power. A dirty politics keep Jamaica where Jamaica there. A dirty politics, 90% of the backdoor deal, where them cut, where them sign. We are limit the growth of Jamaica. A dirty politics. A dirty politics where only one electrical company that Jamaica. A dirty politics why fuel poverty a kill people. You have to tell me, say, Jamaica can look for a more energy efficient future. You have to tell me, say, since the hurricane and after all of the money where the government get, only JPS alone, them know, get some money outside. Dirty politics, man. So let's not pay attention to dirty politics. Let's focus. Let's get you out in the street as a journalist. Let's focus on the people. Almost 1 year since Hurricane Melissa. And some people still asleep on the tent and tarpaulin, and some people still not get back them roof. And I think me see where them say some container house, Lana, Jamaica. Let's commend the government, but let's tell the government to get moving. Get moving. Because we can't sleep in our bed and know say hurricane season just round the corner and some people still not recover or some people still not get back a roof. Worry about PNP. Because for a long time, the two-party system where PNP get some money for go down for them constituency and Labour right get some money and poor people have to find back the money where two of them get. So that's why I come tell us that the fight here and about Labour right now PNP. The fight is an educational fight. So we can't stop the whole slave master mill right in our chop. Right in our step. Because guess what? Come next election season, we know what we have voted for. We know who we have voted for. And we know why we have voted. We now go vote for, we now vote for nice, we now vote for entertainment. We have vote for make sure, say, if you're working at the hotel, you have what we call now, you have security, you have job security. Them can't come give you one little 3 months contract. And every 3 months, them send you go your yard, go sit down for 2 months and call you back. We want job security. We want, just like how you want be secure from gunman, you want job security. We don't want sufferation prosperity. We don't want to suffer and them tell we say we are prosper. No. We want to know say if you go to school and you get your job and you know you can't go in at the bank as a Jamaican, you know have to get cheated like less than because them not see you as a criminal before them see you as a person. So you can't go up on the property ladder. That is prosperity. You don't have to go ask 10 police officers to verify. You can't go in at the bank with your passport. You can't go in at the bank with your driver's license because those are government documents. And when I come tell me, say, me have to go look for one JP, and me have to go look for one MP, me have to go look for me ex-baby mother, me have to go look for me. No! I'm coming at the bank with my passport. That's supposed to be enough to tell us I'm a Jamaican. Not a criminal. I'm not a criminal first and a Jamaican after. That is prosperity. But at present at Jamaica, you're a criminal first and then a Jamaican. So you want 2 police officers to sign your pass. See, that's why I come. Because I realize them take with a fool. Because I can't go in any bank. I can't walk in a bank. Without very few things. I might need somebody to sign a picture and date it and say it's that. But on everything nowadays, in our foreign, you want to walk with your JP, walk with your teacher. And if your mother dead, you have to dig up your mother and dig up your father and dig up. No. A frustration. So even if you give up before you try. Because what's the point in trying? It's too difficult. It's too difficult. It don't make no sense me go in the bank go apply for your loan. And we sit down and feel say only white people country racism. No. Classism. Racism. The whole of them are the same thing. All of them are come on the same thing. So it don't make no sense you go in your bank as a Jamaican. Because if you go in your bank as a Jamaican, you're a criminal first and a Jamaican after. I'm a Jamaican. I give my driver's license, government legal document. I give my passport, it's a government legal document. So how about we start this up? Nobody come tell me say crime a come down, so me feel be happy. There's more to your life. I'm not a violent producer. I don't care about crime. But as long as me know say me safe in my country, me have different things to focus on. So no matter when you see them out there wave the banner and I talk about crime, this and you them attack to. And you them attack. Them, that enough for you. That are for investors. That are them convince themselves say, whole heap of money in the diaspora if come back to Jamaica. Them convince themselves say, whole heap of money in the diaspora if come back at so when you hear them talk about crime is down, the investor them talk to them, not talk about you. But I come give me, but me I suffer in my country and tell me say, if I convince myself say me I prosper. You hear? But you can't give credit to credit is due. Because crime was a true problem for Jamaicans. As them call it the crime monster. And give thanks to Andrew Holness. He never tell you if you go home, go pray. He never blame nobody. When the PNP went in a power, them blame the popular culture. Them blame how kids has been getting raised. Them say parents are not parenting the children right. And then blame the religious fraternity, saying that people now go to church no more and you need to go fast and pray. So I can come over here and I can give Andrew Holness 100% credit. If you say, well done. I think that's one of the only thing you can look for Andrew Holness and give him an A+. I mean, I'll clip it and put it. I don't want nobody feel like me have no problem with the Prime Minister. Me can come here and tell the Prime Minister, say, me if me mark your paper so far, from I think you're in a power for about 12 years now. And if me mark your paper, me I give you A+ when it comes to crime. Me I give you A+. A++++. And me will tell your parents when they come a parent-teacher meeting, say, I have never seen somebody who has really strive or who has really done so well at tackling crime in Jamaica. But when it comes to corruption, you give a C+ or a C-. That's truth. And on the labor right, I don't want to lie, me I tell. Labor right, I don't want to lie. Me give Andrew Holness a A+ when it comes to crime. A++. Can't give him no more A, no more plus. But when it comes to corruption, Mr. Holness, when it comes to corruption, me give a C-. And if you start fixing me, you get a C+ until the next election cycle. Because it don't make no sense you go on like corruption not a problem at Jamaica. It is a problem. And as me say, Dean Jackson said, the University of West Indies CEO was even called into for questioning and it didn't show up and only get a $200 fine and so that they are still wondering how to deal with that because he is needed for questioning because too much money has gone missing and too much discrepancies. And as me I talked to my brother last night and he must say that not nothing to do with Andrew Holness. But the buck stop with Andrew. If you're going to look upon him and give him credit for the good work he has done on crime, then you have to take responsibility. And that's what makes that's what separates a good leader from a great leader. You take the good or you take the bad. And you move the people out of your cabinet and out of your administration that is not aligned with what you are trying to do. The only way you keep corrupted people in your administration is if you are in agreement with corruption. But if you want me to believe that you truly want to tackle corruption, and we talk about corruption and many forms of corruption, but one of the most damaging corruption to Jamaica is how Jamaicans' tax dollars is getting spent. And Jamaica not going to get better until the tax dollar is spent better and the Jamaican tax dollar is better accounted for. And as long as the tax dollar I go everywhere anyway, apart from where it's wanted and where it's needed, then the only thing them have to go do I try to keep a lid on crime. But let's do the right thing. Same passion you have about crime, let's see the same passion about corruption. That's truth. Are they truth? And any sensible people where you listen when you're in them feelings cannot say a lie me I tell. You're passionate about crime? Of course. You see the work you do upon crime. You see you invest in the police force. Make sure the police force have what them want to do the job. So we see the Integrity Commission say them only have 52% staff. Then basically I run at half staff. And I think I see the Auditor General say that they need more staff. So if you're serious about corruption, then staff these places. Tell Jamaica people say the day I take me here, the police officer will write the long line of ticket give the busman say the day of a lawless Jamaica is over. Okay. But shouldn't be a start of a new corrupted Jamaica. You know. Can't want to say lawless and unruly Jamaica is done. But corrupt what we have now, a new birth of a corrupted Jamaica. Corrupted Jamaica, which part the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General, they are under attack. No. No, if you're serious about crime, which is okay. Nobody want a crime-ridden Jamaica. Nobody wanted the Jamaica that existed, which part it was 1,500 murder and counting. Nobody want a Jamaica which part if them have less than 1,000 murder, they thought that was a good here. No, nobody wanted that. No sensible Jamaican wanted that. Nobody will love them life and love them loved ones wanted that drug infested which part Jamaica was like a drug transit route and the illegal firearms are come. No, ain't nobody wanted that. But at the same time, if we want a Jamaica which part equally as important, the politicians them, the uptown people them, have to do their part in a Jamaica. Alright? Alright, and we say peace and prosperity. We like the little live here. 8 to 9 people. We started, somebody said no, sometimes we go to too much people and then some people just want to talk and can't give me a chance to work. So if I first ask me, somebody said they can't, only super fan. I not set out for super fan because I don't even know. So I need to figure it out and fix it. Right, but sometimes we like a little more personal live. And sometimes we have 200 people are watching and some people, when you find some people bex when too much people are watching because you feel like people are watching you when people shouldn't come watch them. But what I can tell you, I have to turn up with something to say. I think I've got like 1,000 followers less than a month. And I hear so we sit down and I hear so we talk. You understand me? We not do nothing untowards. We not come over here, come whine and strip yourself and get jokes. So give thanks to the people who are following. And if you want to know more about we, you can find us at www.topfarmwear.com. And the strong brand for the strong people, alright? I feel like everybody have skin in the game right now. In a 2026, everybody have skin in the game. Don't feel like Bugle said, don't think you're being neutral. A time to get in gear. You know, so if you have young kids, if you have a young family, looking at Jamaica and decide what Jamaica you want, because we are going dead one day, you know. Yeah, man, are two things, you know, birth and death. So we have to enjoy the little interval in between. Nobody thinking now. So you have to understand what kind of Jamaica I want for left. Give my pitney. So yeah, if you are a good mother or a good father, you must want to leave them in a Jamaica where better than how you find it. Yeah, and I should. Well, and if you not think that way there, then you're an adult child. You technically is not a parent. Because you have to want your kids to do better than you. I don't know about you, but everything I do nowadays, I have to try to make sure say I can pave the way for my kid who come behind me. Henry, bless up yourself. What go on? You know, say you're a hustler, entrepreneur. So if you're not foreign, I want a local tour guide, check out Henry Tours. You understand me? Of course. That's the mark of a man who have a worthy ideal working towards. I mean, no, say why am I Bill? No, I'm a Billy for him last name. And we have to want a Jamaica, which part our pitney them no come get oppressed in a Jamaica. You have to want that. Because there are some people out there wait for come take with Jamaica. So you have to get in at the game. You understand me? Don't get me wrong. We understand the frustration of crime. We have to pay attention because we still can't kill off our young Jamaicans. And we have to out there reach them and tell them to put on the gun. You understand me? And tell them don't shoot at the police. Crime doesn't pay. Because at the alarming rate why young men are die at Jamaica. And remember the other day come out and say only 600 Jamaican born. You know, we understand say that's not even a drop in the ocean when it comes to nation building. So we can't leave the door open for them looking at Jamaica and say, okay, the GDP is not a good GDP because we not have enough people. So you want to go on. Remember Andrew Holness come and say, I know your passport make you Jamaican. So nowadays, anybody can become Jamaican. So you want to go on. Before you know it, wicked man come and take over Jamaica. Your pitney on no right in a them country, them rights are get trampled because the government no look like them. The people who make the rules and law no care about them. These are all no fear think. And if you don't think like that, then you don't have a different level of awareness. You understand me? Your country is something we have to pay attention to. Pay attention to the rules and the laws of the country and see which direction your country are going in. See, is my country going in the right direction? Because there's a right way and there's a wrong way. Don't think say it a stand still. Jamaica either going in the right direction or either going in the wrong direction. Nothing stands still. Everything vibrate. Pan that note, me I go left on and tell you to big up on yourself. Here, if I first know I see me, big up yourself, Henry Sunshine Tours. You understand me? Look after on yourself and you can't ask question your politician. That no make you a bad person. You can't get credit. You can't say crime is down. I mean love that. Of course, because guess what? You work for your things. You have too much lazy eyeglass out there when you want to work, but to them come deprive you of your things and deprive you of your life. You understand me? So, if crime a go down and you feel more safer, blessed, nobody make you feel bad. But also pay attention. Pay attention to the, because as much as crime is an hindrance to you, so is corruption. So is a corrupted politician. Because if the money, if you go to health care and the money not get spent for health care, then when you're sick and go to hospital, you can't get treatment. So crime is bad, equally as corruption. That is why I say I give the Prime Minister a A++ pan the work him do pan crime. So him fi go out and have a drink, raise him glass and have a toast. But when it comes to corruption, I want to see him come out and take the same hard stance on corruption. Because, yeah, crime might change, the statistic might change, but people will suffer. Because corruption lead to sufferation. Because the money we're supposed to make people life better, I get steal. So why sense you prolong your life in a sufferation? Tell me no. So yeah, if you save my life, then make my life easier. Don't save me for make sure my life harder. Now save my life for make sure it's me harder. Don't bother come save my life for make me live a harder, a longer, harder life. No bother with that, my Prime Minister. Focus on corruption. Make sure say the money we earmark for fix hospital, for improve the health care, for improve the education system, to improve the roadways. Make sure say it get done. Make sure. And if it not get done, find out where it go and hold them accountable. Put them in a jail. Lock them up. We never see a politician go to prison for thief up millions of dollars. We never see it. We wait the day for you say a politician is sentenced for 4 years or 5 years. Just like how no I go lock up a man with the lottery scamming because I read something today. Say them I go push more harder for lottery scamming. Alright then, that is good. But a politician will thief millions of dollars from taxpayer. A politician will like make you see them I go to jail to no man. Jail make for criminal, you know. And if you're a thief from the public, if you're being disingenuous, then you're a criminal. So if you go to jail. Alright. Until that day, hold your breath. Until that day, think about it. Me a 44, 42. I mean, never see a politician get charged or sentenced. So I don't think it's going to ever happen. But as usual, I get to people feel it the most. So the Jamaica where them want to portray to the world, it have to come at the price and the expense of Jamaican. So stop giving them a reason for killing them. Here? So we can probably start sit down and look upon them now and say, alright, we put on the gun, ain't no do nothing for we. Alright, my God left on the big up with yourself. Henry Tours, big up yourself.